So, what is a mental model? Mental model is a cognitive framework that allows us to simplify the world around us, and it helps us to take better decisions. So basically it's just a tool that we can use in certain situations where we don't know exactly how to continue or what decision to make. We can apply one of these mental models in order to make our decision making process a little bit easier. A quick disclaimer about mental models. Mental models are not like solution for everything. They're just tools. So no mental model is 100% accurate, but all of them has something to give you. Okay, let's go now with the mental model I want to explain you today. And it's the dichotomy of control. Dichotomy of control comes from the Stoic philosophy. So as always, most of the things that the Greek invented are quite current and still valid for our everyday. So I will explain you a little bit what is the dichotomy of control and how to apply that in your business or your career. Dichotomy of control, it's a mental model that it's used to help you to live a life of virtue by providing you guidance on where to spend your energy and your efforts. The principle of the dichotomy of control is extremely simple, however, very, very useful. The main principle of the dichotomy of control is on separating things that happen to you into groups. Things that are within your control and things that are outside of your control. And then you need to make your effort to accept the things that are out of your control and apply your energy only to change the things that fall within your control. A quick list of things that to summarize all of this, like things that are within our control are benefits and attitudes, choices and actions, emotions and desires. And things that are outside of our control, external events, what other people's like things or other people's reactions, and natural occurrences. Okay, so now how can we apply that to a business or to our career? Let's say that you're an individual contributor. So you work in a call center, you work as a content moderator, generating some content for your company and so on. And you want to promote. You have seen a new job posting in your company and you want to apply. How do you prepare? From the perspective of a dichotomy of control, how can you prepare for that situation? So first, we need to separate things in these two groups. What is in your control, what is not in your control. Let's start with the things that are not in your control. The most important is the outcome of the interview. You need to understand that it doesn't matter how you do, the decision of the outcome is given by somebody else. So you don't have control on the outcome of the interview. So you should not punish you for what is happening at the end of it, because you don't have control. What else you don't have control on? You don't have control on who is making the interview for you. You don't have control on how many competitors you will have or how well prepared these competitors are, or how well perceived in the company they are. All of this is totally out of your control. Now, what is within your control? For example, your preparation. Your preparation is absolutely within your control. You can decide to ask your manager to help you prepare the interview. You can ask around to try to collect as much information as possible, how the position looks. You can speak with the people that are currently in this position and ask them what are the important things. You can dedicate a number of hours in preparing some documents for your own safety. You can prepare everything and so on. Once you are in the interview, things that fall in your control is the way you're speaking, how well rested you are, and so on. So you will focus on this first part, totally forget about the other things. Now, let's say that you are not an individual contributor, you're a manager, in a company, you're in the range of mid management. Maybe you're a team leader, the operations manager, any of the sort. How can you apply this principle? Let's go with one example. Let's imagine that your team is getting demotivated for external reasons. Let's say another company has come to the city, it's doing something similar to what you're doing, it's a direct competitor, and they have a strategy in which they pay more, and people in your team just heard of this news. They are dissatisfied because they know that doing the same they could be earning a little bit more, and so on. And even some of them are moving to this other company. So what are the things that probably are out of your control? First, the reaction, the feelings, the beliefs of your team. You cannot force them to be happy about the situation. You need to understand that they are not happy about that and they have their reasons, and this is totally out of your control. Second thing, that it's totally out of your control. The external factor. Yeah, another company just came into the city. You will not change that. And you will not have any control over the circumstances and offer that this company is making. Third thing, probably you don't have control on how much your own team is earning. Probably this is way above your pay grade, and you will not have control on that. So you cannot, even though there is another company that it's offering more money to your team, you will not probably control how much money you're paying to your team. Now, things that actually are in your control. Your control is to collect this information and to pass it with a specific plan to your managers on how this can affect the workflow, and let them decide if they have any margin to increase salaries. Maybe it's not the case. So what else can you do? What else falls into your power? In your power is to understand what other priorities other than money your team members can value. Flexibility, security, promotion possibilities, for example. And understanding that and working on all of these that you have control over will be very valuable for you, because you will not lose your energy on things that you don't have power, and you will focus fully on the things that are under your control. And maybe the easiest solution would be like increase the money, but for a number of reasons it cannot be done, and it's totally out of your control. You can stay weeks and months complaining about that, or you can use all this energy to actually find out what in your team it's useful or it's valued, and work in that. For example, like let's be a little bit more specific. Let's say a large part of your team members value flexibility, and actually you're in a position in which you can distribute the work and even create something like no meeting Friday, or just be very flexible with check-in, check-out times. And maybe this is the thing that you can control, and you can say, like, obviously if somebody is dissatisfied about the money, it's understandable, but in this company we can do that for you. Not always is the best solution, but it's a better solution than to try to spend your energy in something that goes nowhere. Okay? Now let's say that you own your own business, and you have you are serving to 3-4 big clients, and these clients are the main contributors to your annual income, to your yearly income. And let's say that one of these clients decides to withdraw from your services for a number of reasons. Okay? So what can you do in this situation? Again, we're going to divide everything that is happening into main groups. What is out of our control? We are out of control is the amount of money that this client has decided to withdraw, or if this client is their business decision. This is an external factor, absolutely, right? What is within our control? There are a number of ways to go in this case. It's in our control to understand why the client is withdrawing. It's withdrawing because they have found another competitor that is cheaper. Can we do something on that? If it is the case, for example, let's say our client has withdrawn because they have somebody else that can provide this same service for less price. Can we do the same? Maybe. It's in our structure. This is not valid because we have some expenses that will not allow us to provide this kind of service. Can we change the kind of service? Can we look for any way that we can provide this service a little bit cheaper? Or if there is the case in which none of this is actually valid, how can we adapt to a new year having this cut of income from our company account? So let's say that now we need to prepare for the next year without having a big portion of the volume of work that we used to have, and financially it's going to be like tougher. What decisions can we make? So we will need to understand what in our company it's generating revenue, generating value, how much money are we paying for all that stuff, and how can we cut expenses, automatize things so we can do things more efficient, and look for a long-term strategy. Are we looking for clients in the right place? Is there anybody else that can cover this gap? Should we need to change the product? Are we outdated? So these are things that are absolutely in our control. So I hope that with these examples you can get a very broad idea of what is the dichotomy of control, and you can apply this to your career, to your business, to your project if you're a manager. I hope that it was useful. So thank you very much for your attention. If you like this content, please like it in the platform that you're watching it, and if you found it useful, share it with your colleagues, peers, and friends. That will be very helpful for me, and I will be coming back with more mental models next week. Thank you. Bye.